Hey nerds, Conan Librarian here. Welcome to this video. This one will be the second part to the massive lot that I recently purchased from a collector, or at least he got them from a collector and then I got them from him. So my previous video showed off all the fantasy books that I purchased. This video will show the hardcovers and some of the larger paperbacks. And then the next couple of videos I'll just show the vintage, like, I think, what are they, A formats, or this, the normal size paperbacks. So first off, I got the Joe Haldeman Peace and War Omnibus Edition. So this is awesome. This has got Forever War, Forever Peace, and Forever Free. Is it? Oh, Forever War, Forever Free, and Forever Peace. So this is great. I love finding these omnibus editions. As much as I love the artwork and the small the small paperbacks, I just really like these. This is awesome. So I got that. Definitely I'll be keeping this one. Again, a lot of these will be for sale up on my Etsy, New Space Age Books. Probably more than not, because I really need to get rid of some of these books. But this one I'm definitely keeping. I think I have the smaller versions of this, but this is just handy that it's all in one. So I very much like those style of books. I got Science Fiction of the 40s by, I guess it's edited by Paul Greenberg and Olander. So that's really cool. So I'm guessing it's just I haven't looked through these. I've just looked at the covers and sorted them out. So I don't really know what I've got here. Okay, so it is, I should have known, it is just a selection of science fiction short stories from the 1940s. So fucking great cover. Really cool. Awesome cover. And then to go with that, it's got an even better cover. Oh my god, this is science fiction stories of the 50s. Again, this one's only edited by Greenberg and Olander, but it's got a preface by Paul. So yeah, this is so fucking cool. Look at that picture. The artwork is amazing. Let's say who did it. Stanislaw Fernandez. Awesome. I'll probably keep those and read them at least, but there's probably stories that I already have, but they're all, I don't know. The Oxford Book of Science Fiction Stories. I'm pretty sure I just saw this. Somebody, Outlaw Bookseller just picked this up. So this is edited by Tom Shippey, and I recognized seeing when he picked it up and showed it off in one of his recent videos. I recognized the cover, and yeah, turns out it was in the lot that I got. Man, there's some really good stories in here. So I forget why he picked this up. So there was a reason, but I can't remember. But yeah, this is really cool. I'll definitely be keeping this one. I want to keep more of the sort of the short story collections instead of keeping the short stories themselves. So that one. We got The Very Best of Fantasy and Science Fiction 16th Anniversary Anthology. This is really, really nice condition. So this one is from... Okay, so it's edited by Gordon Van Gelder. It's a 2009 first edition. Whatever. I was just trying to find out what story. So it's stuff from the 50s and 70s, 90s. There's got a bit of everything in there. Yeah, got a bit of everything. That's really cool. I'll hold on to this one for a little while. I got this already, so this one will go up on my Etsy store. This is Great Tales of Science Fiction. Sorry. The Golden Age. The Great Tales of the Golden Age of Science Fiction. Oh, that's crazy. This one's in a little bit better condition than mine. A little bit dusty. A lot of these books are dusty but not filthy, if that makes sense. So this is really cool. Yeah, I already have this, so this one will go up on my Etsy. There. We got Will McCarthy, the Collapsium. I think I've heard of Will McCarthy before. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this is a full-size trade paperback. It sounds like it's just a standalone, possibly. Bloom. You did Bloom as well. I possibly have that. That sounds familiar, but I don't know. That's the sort of larger stuff. Now we'll go to the smaller paperbacks, but still larger than standard. Elizabeth Moon, The Sereno Succession. So this is 2 high-octane science fiction in one. Oh, but this is the gripping conclusion. So it has Change of Command and Against the Odds. Yeah, I had those in small paperback, which are on my Etsy. I think I had 4 through 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there was 4 or 5 volumes. They're on my Etsy, $30 shipped anywhere in Australia. That's pretty good. But this is the last 2 books in that sequence in a nice paperback. I don't think it's been read. The spine is unbroken, so that's pretty cool. Got a James Herbert Portent. I think I've already got... no, I don't have this one. I didn't have many James Herbert. I got a lot of James Herbert. Well, I got 2 James Herbert, I think, when I got that massive horror pickup at the start of the year. So this one, yeah, I'll just put it in that box with them. Samuel R. Delaney, Nova. The old classic sci-fi version. This is volume 4. I believe I got this. Somebody originally purchased this for $8, which is what it says in the book. They've written in the book. So that's really cool. Haven't read it. Haven't read any Delaney. I've got a bunch, but it is what it is. I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. This is SF Masterworks Volume 2. Now, you saw in a previous video, well, you may have saw in a previous video, I picked up a bunch of these SF Masterworks. Couldn't tell you if this was in there, but this is cool. This is an early one, definitely, like number 2, but I don't remember that. I just heard that they're doing a sequel to this movie with Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan, so I will, if that's the... Yeah, that's this one. So it's very short. It's only 160 pages. I should read that. I just finished Kaiju Preservation Society. And yeah, it's good. Gateway by Frederick Pohl. This is number 9. It's got a really cool picture on there. That's great artwork. I think I've got that as well. Boris. Oh, it's a Boris artwork. Of course, it's obvious now that I look at that. We got number 68, Roadside Picnic, Katie and Boris Strugatsky. Again, this is quite a short one, 150 pages. Number 54, The Space Merchants, Pohl and Kornbluth. Again, that's bloody good artwork. And small, 185 pages. What's this one? The Centauri Device, M. John Harrison. I've never heard of this before. Don't think I've heard that guy. So Gollancz, is it? So Ryan. I think Ryan's part of Gollancz. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. Yeah, don't know anything about that. The Mammoth Book of Apocalyptic SF, edited by Mike Ashley. I've had a lot of these Mammoth books in the past, not this one. So this one looks very different to some of the others. Oh, and there's what is this? A train ticket. I like finding that sort of shit in there because it's just random. Wish somebody would use like $100 bill to be their bookmark, but anyway. Anything's a bookmark. Then we got Frederick Pohl, Beyond the Blue Event Horizon. Okay. Beyond the Blue Event Horizon. This one sounds familiar. I think somebody else picked this up recently or talked about it, mentioned it, I'm not sure. So, yeah. That was the last of the trade paperbacks, or at least, larger paperbacks. I now have some hardcovers, small hardcovers. We got New Writings in SF volume 22. I know Outlaw Bookseller has been on a bit of a collecting hunt for these. This is beautiful condition. A little bit of markings on the paper, but it looks brand new. It's a very, very nice condition. Pretty sure he said there was only 30 of these new writings. So I do have a few in paperback as well, and 2 in hardcover. So I've got this one, number 22, and number 18. Again, really, really good condition considering the age. $1971. So beautiful. Again, I'll probably keep those, read them, and then move them on. We got Clone by Richard Cowper. My God, why can't I read today? Very basic cover. Very nice condition though. Science Fiction Book Club from 1972. Or 1973, for sale to its members. So a version of it from Book Club edition. We got Other Days, Other Eyes by Bob Shaw. Again, probably a similar thing where it's a version of a Book Club Society, Science Fiction Book Club edition, which probably a lot of these are. Dangerous Visions number 2, 17 original sci-fi stories edited by Harlan Ellison. The Yellow Fraction by Rex Gordon. This is Dobson Science Fiction. These are in really good condition. These are very, very good condition. So that's probably why I'm going to sell them. A couple I'll keep and read, and then I'll sell them. Beyond Control. 7 stories of science fiction edited by Robert Silverberg. Again, very good condition. Nice hardcover. Absolutely beautiful. Chronopolis and Other Stories by J.G. Ballard. Nothing really going on this cover. This one's a bit bent. It's got a lot of spine bending and stuff. And it's got something spilt on it. So they'll probably just have to sit on the shelf. But we got Ben Bova, Orion, and the Conqueror. Nice cover though. I have this one. This is Barbara Bartholomew, When Dreamers Cease to Dream, book 3 of the Timekeeper trilogy. I have the trade. I have the small paperback of this, and I wanted to read it because it just sounded really cool. But I don't have book 1 and 2. So you got the Timekeeper and Child of Tomorrow. Yeah, and then this one is the third one. I was going to buy the first 2, but they, for some reason, are very, very pricey. So I don't know. At least on eBay Australia. Then we got the Hood's Army trilogy, Earth Invaded by Nathan Elliott. It's got a great cover. Look at that cover. That's so good. I don't know anything about this, but it seems to be book 1. Yeah, Earth Invaded is the first story in a thrilling science fiction trilogy. The other 2 volumes, Slave World and The Liberators, are also available from Grafton Books. So I'm guessing this is a later release where the other 2 have already been released. Yeah, 1986. Pretty big writing. And only 160 pages. So I don't know. Maybe I could read that, and if it's worth finding the other 2, I'll hunt the other 2 down. But that was hardcovers with dust jackets. I now have some very old hardcovers here that don't have dust jackets. I believe they're first editions, like proper firsts. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But going off from what I was trying to do a little bit of a... trying to do some research, and from what I could tell, they do have slip covers, but they're all missing them. And I tried to look online to print some off, just so I could, make them look nice on the shelf. But there's no database, well, there's no free database for slip covers, vintage book slip covers, and there should be. I feel like there should be some sort of thing. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should start just doing one myself. But then to get a scanner that's going to fit all the like the slip covers and stuff, it was going to cost way too much because I have to get an A3 scanner and then trying to get one that's got high DPI, because from what I could see, they only went to 1200 DPI, which is probably okay, but I wanted at least 4800 DPI. But anyway, so we got these. This is Michael Joseph. If the next sort of few are Michael Joseph, and this one is Wild Talent by Wilson Tucker. And I do believe it is a first edition from 1955. So there's nothing to it. It's just got the nice... These books, I were going to sell this pile, but I'm going to keep them because they're just in too poor a condition. The actual paper stock themselves is really good. Like, I'm surprised that it feels really nice and it's not falling apart. They're just very foxed, very brown. They are a bit of a slight sort of see how you see it's got the slanting of the curve, but they are good books. And I do have some covering, and I practiced covering them up, and they look all right. So I took it off because it was only a practice run. So I might even just cover them and keep them for myself because they are quite nice. They smell good, and I do want to read them. So they're really cool. They're vintage, nearly 85, 90 years old. So I'm going to keep them. This one's Wild Talent. I don't know why I'm showing you the cover. There's nothing there. We got William 10 of All Possible Worlds. This one is from 1956. If you know anything about these ones, like I can picture them with covers, and a couple of the ones later on, I did find their covers online, but somebody wanted $25 per cover, and it's like, I'm not paying $25 for a cover that I should be able to print myself. Like, I don't want to sell these. I just want them for myself to put on the shelf. I'm not paying $25, and that could have been 25 US. I'm not sure. So yeah, it's just annoying. This one's The Death of Grass by John Christopher by 1956. I just found it really odd that there wasn't a database. If there is a database, like I spent hours looking for this. I spent nearly half a day looking for this database, and it just didn't seem to exist for free. Beachheads in Space, edited by August Derleth. So Whittenfield and Nicholson. So this is a book of short stories, and it's from 1954. So we got Clifford D. Simak, Beachhead, Lester Del Rey, The Years Draw Nigh, Eric Frank Russell, Metamorphosite, Isaac Asimov, Breeds There a Man, John Wyndham, And the Walls Came Tumbling Down, Donald Wandry, The Blinding Shadows, and Clark Ashton Smith, The Metamorphosis of Earth. So yeah, that's awesome. Then we got the year's best science fiction stories. Now I know these have covers, slip covers, but again, I'm not paying $25. This one is from 1953. So I have a series of these. These are London, Grayson and Grayson. There's only like 3 or 4 or 5 stories in each one. I'm not going to go through them all, but this is the year's best science fiction novels, edited by Everett F. Blalia and T.E. Dickey. There's that one. I don't know why I'm showing you the covers. They're all red. This is the year's... I can't read that because the spines are quite faded. And again, the paper quality, this feels really good. Like it's quality paper. It's just... And the font and stuff is really good. It's just they're very, very dirty in terms of foxing and browning and stuff like that. And I have cleaned them. I spent a good couple of hours dusting them off, cleaning them off, rubbing out what I could rub out, trying to just make them nice and sellable. But then at the end of the day, I thought I'm just going to keep these ones. So yeah, edited by Everett F. Blyer and T.K. Dickey. So I believe actually this one, is this the same? Because one was a second impression and one was a first impression. Okay, so this was first published in 1951, but this is the second impression published in March 1952. So again, I gotta stop showing the front covers. This is the second series, Year's Best Science Fiction Novels, second series. Again, very nice condition for being an 80-year-old book. And it's from 1954. We got the third series. This is a blue one. It has a blue cover instead of the red like all the others. And this one is still edited by Everett and T.E. from 1953. So this is the third series. I don't have the fourth series. I got straight into the 5th series. So I'm missing the 4th series. I don't know how many of these there were, but it looks... So you've got the year's best science fiction novels too, but yeah, it's just really cool. Some good ones in here, quite a lot. We've got Jack Vance, Fritz Lieber, William Morrison, Richard Matheson. Pretty cool. 1954, but this was printed 1956. So maybe a couple of these aren't first editions, but yeah, whatever. We got the 22nd Century. So that was it for the best science fiction stories. But this is John Christopher, the 22nd Century. And this one is from 1954. So that's pretty nice. And then we got Tomorrow Sometimes Comes by F.G. Rayer. I found the front cover, like I found a picture of the cover that this would be. So I am pretty sure this is a first published in 1951, and that's when this is from. So I'm pretty sure this is the first, because the first edition cover that fits this book looks mint, and it matches all the pictures from the inside and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely want to read this one. This sounds really, really cool. I wish I could get a hold of that cover because it looks awesome. It's got like a robot on it and like some Einstein looking dude and stuff. So yeah, looks great. And then this one is, I saw this one too. This one's got a nice cover. This is Shadow on the Hearth by Judith Merrill. First published in 1953. So there's nothing really to it. I believe this is like a post-apocalyptic war type science fiction-y future type thing. So yeah, it looked really cool. It's got a nice plain like black cover with some really nice font on it and stuff. So it'd be nice if I could find those covers. If you have those covers, if you've got images of those covers, please let me know. I would love to just be able to print them myself. But I think these will look nice on the shelf, and eventually would like to read them. But just a shame they don't have the covers. Smell absolutely amazing, and yeah, just I've never seen anything like these before, because all the vintage sort of books, when I go to the bookshops and stuff like op shops and that, they don't have these sort of stuff. They do, but they're like westerns or like dramas and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty stoked with all that. But whoa, that's it for today's video, guys. Nice short one, and then I'll do the next sort of 2 or 3 videos. Will just be showing my smaller paperbacks. So let me know in the comment section what's a standout for you. Definitely these ones are my standout because they're just so freaking cool. But all those hardcovers are awesome. This whole pickup has been a standout. So until the next one, guys, stay safe, stay happy, enjoy what you're reading, whatever it is it may be, and yeah, just be excellent. Cheers.